The night my house burned down, I didn't cry. I stood across the street in my nightgown, watching the flames devour the roof like a wild animal finally unleashed. The fire moved fast, merciless, almost deliberate. I clenched my wedding ring in my fist, so hard the metal cut into my palm. When the last wall gave way, something inside me broke, too, but quieter, cleaner. With nowhere else to go, I drove to my son's house. He'll understand. He's my boy, I thought. When he opened the door, his expression was shocked, almost guilty. Behind him stood a woman I didn't know, young, polished, with that smug air of someone convinced she'd already won. Before I could step inside, she leaned close and whispered in his ear. His jaw tightened. Then he said it. "Get out. My girlfriend doesn't want you here." Those words burned hotter than the fire I'd left behind. He shut the door before I could respond. I lingered on the porch, the cold creeping up my arms, the light flickering overhead. My reflection in the window looked like someone already dead. That night, I slept in my car. By morning, I had made a decision. Back then, I believed in love that lasted. I met my husband at 19, a mechanic with kind eyes and rough, gasoline-scented hands. We built a life from nothing. I worked double shifts, raised our son, watched my husband's shoulders grow heavy with time. I never noticed when those shoulders began to lean toward another woman, young, bold, working at his garage. I saw the way he smiled at his phone, the way he showered before coming home instead of after. I didn't accuse him. I watched. I waited. One day, he forgot his lunch. I drove to the garage. There she was, sitting on his lap, laughing like she had earned the right. I left before they saw me. I went home, poured a drink, and began to plan. When the fire marshal said the blaze was caused by faulty wiring, I didn't correct him. That wiring had been bad for years. I had reminded my husband countless times. He ignored me. When he left me for her 2 months before the fire, the insurance stayed in my name. The policy he forgot to update in his rush to start his new life. I didn't start the fire, but I didn't stop what I knew was inevitable. It cleansed more than the house. It wiped the last trace of him from my life. Even our son seemed bought, loyal to his father's new lover. I had lost everything, except the truth about who they really were. That's when I remembered Elias. My first love, before life got small, before my husband. He'd made something of himself. Rumors of hotels, stocks, oil. A millionaire. He had written me once after my wedding. "If you ever need me, I'll come." So I called. He didn't ask questions. He just said, "Where are you?" When he arrived, I almost didn't recognize him. Tall, tailored, eyes like a storm that had learned patience. He looked at me, really looked. "Who did this to you?" I told him everything. The affair, the fire, the betrayal, my son turning me away. He listened silently, then said, "Let me handle it." I didn't stop him. Within a week, my husband's garage was quietly bought through a holding company. The mistress was fired for misconduct. The house they'd just bought went into foreclosure. The bank repossessed it all. Elias moved me into a small, elegant downtown apartment. "You'll have peace here," he said. But peace wasn't enough. I needed them to feel it. So I invited my son to dinner. I told him I'd met someone, that I was doing well. He arrived, curious and nervous. Elias was there, standing beside me. My son went pale. "Mom, this is Elias Dalton," he stammered. He knew the name. Everyone did. Elias smiled faintly. "Your mother and I go way back." Dinner was quiet, polite. I spoke little. Elias spoke less. But I watched my son's eyes shift when Elias mentioned buying a small auto business recently. Recognition, then fear. I let him stew. When he left, I hugged him and whispered, "Next time someone tells you to throw me out, think twice." 2 weeks later, my husband called. His voice cracked, desperate. The garage was gone. The woman had left. The bank had taken everything. "I don't know how it happened," he said. "It's like someone planned it." I almost laughed. "You always said you'd build an empire." I told him. "Maybe next time, build it on something stronger than lies." Then I hung up. Now, sometimes I walk by the river with Elias. He doesn't ask about the past. I don't ask about the future. Our son visits occasionally, polite, careful. He's learning respect.